just a casual video about expectations. Many clients come to us and say, can I have some money? Obviously the answer is generally yes, depending on what you want it for and whether or not you've done a good plan and whether or not you've actually thought about the real amount that you want. Of course, what happens then is once you've gone through their plan with them and once they've decided that your interpretation of their plan is correct, and once they've decided how much money they want, they will then, in general, take on the consultant to do the funding. At that stage, expectations of the client are that he's going to get it for nothing. Unfortunately, as a consultant and as a professional, we all need to live. So we all need to charge the expenses necessary to go ahead and make sure that money is raised. So that's not a problem. You discuss with your client, discuss why it's needed, and give them all the paperwork necessary to show that you are travelling here, you're travelling there, you're going to speak to this client, you're going to speak to that client. Okay, at the end of the day, they're going to pay you a contract fee, but during the period of time, just as if they were doing it themselves, then they must spend money to cover expenses. Some clients at that stage get a little bit wound up. They turn around and say, how long is it going to take, John? Need the money next month. That actually doesn't often happen. Sometimes you can raise money very, very quickly. On other occasions, it can take 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever it happens to be, to get their project funded. Not everybody thinks your idea is going to be a good idea. Not everybody that thinks your idea is a good idea are in the position to lend or invest at that stage. And if they are in a position to invest or lend, they might want a bigger chunk of the pie than you're prepared to give them. So really and truly, if you're going to engage a consultant, please, and this is the whole point of this video, tell them everything. Don't hold back. Tell them your expectations. Tell them if you want it in a certain period of time. If that certain period of time is not possible and your consultant tells you it's not possible, then you've got two choices. Either you go and see another consultant who says it is possible, but caveat emptor, we all do the same thing the same way, so if somebody says it is possible and another says it isn't, then you've got to actually sit down and work out whether or not it is. Or, the second choice is readjust your expectations. 90 days isn't 3 months. 90 days is 90 working days. 90 working days may, depending on what time of year it is, and bank holidays and celebrations and even the death of a royal, become 120 working days. And 120 working days is for 5 months. 5 months. Think about it. If you've got a project that you want to get funded, you must have the expenses to cover your consultant's period of time, an active business to cover your lifestyle and expenses, and a business that is operating well enough to allow your consultant to go out and get you money, unless of course it's a concept. Now if you're going for the concept option, then essentially you've got to decide at that stage whether you want to fund a business for you to run or whether you want to sell your concept on. Thanks very much. I'm sure we can come back on this another time.